The film begins in a Brooklyn strip club headquarters. Anora or Ani is one of the more popular dancers. Her best friend is Lulu, who has a rivalry with Diamond. Since Ani can speak some Russian, she is usually asked to dance for Russian-speaking clients by her corrupt boss Jimmy. Ani also lives with a roommate and hopes for a better life. One evening at work, Ani is called to meet with Vanya Zakharov. His English is rusty, and her Russian isn't great, but the two get along. He later invites her to his home for sex before telling her that he is the son of a wealthy oligarch, Nikolai Zakharov. This made Ani interested even further. Vanya spends most of his time slacking off and playing video games in his home. Ani and Vanya start to spend more time together, with Ani bringing Lulu to some of his lavish parties. After having sex, Vanya tells Ani that he would like to pay her for the week to be his girlfriend. Even though Ani insists she is not an escort, she agrees to the arrangement for $15,000. Throughout the week, after much partying and sexual encounters, Ani starts to have genuine feelings for Vanya. He tells her that his parents want him to start working at their company to start his takeover. As an act of rebellion, Vanya proposes to Ani. After giving it some thought, Ani accepts, and the two head off to Vegas. Nikolai sends his enforcer, Toros, to see if the marriage is legit. Toros sends his two goons, Garnik and Igor, to track down Ani and Vanya. They go to Vanya's mansion, where he is upset to see them. The men start to accuse Vanya of disgracing the family by marrying a prostitute, which enrages Ani. In the middle of a tantrum, Vanya runs out of the mansion and into the streets while Garnik and Igor attempt to subdue Ani. She retaliates by biting Igor in the neck and kicking Garnik in the face, breaking his nose and causing him to fall through a glass table. Toros arrives and the men tie Ani up so she won't keep making a fuss. They come to the agreement that Ani will be financially compensated if she agrees to the annulment. Although she insists that she and Vanya are genuinely in love, Toros forcefully takes her wedding ring. The men bring Ani with them since they now have to go looking for Vanya. They first stop at the candy shop where Crystal and Tom work, since that's where Ani and Vanya hung out with them. When they refuse to say anything about Vanya, Igor begins smashing all of the glass in the area. The group later drives around to various clubs, where they learn that Vanya had shown up but was kicked out for being too drunk or causing problems. At one point, Toros almost gets his car towed, but he manages to drive off and unhook his vehicle from the two trucks. While having dinner, Ani gets a message from Lulu, saying that Vanya is at headquarters and is getting a lap dance from Diamond. Ani and the other guys rush over there, and Ani gets into a fight with Diamond, which the other dancers enjoy watching. They get Vanya out but he is too drunk and passes out. In the morning, the men drive Ani and Vanya to the courthouse in Manhattan to meet with their lawyer. However, Ani reveals that the annulment cannot proceed there since they got married in Vegas. Nikolai and Galina soon arrive in America and force the group to go to Vegas to end things immediately. Ani tries to introduce herself to Vanya's parents, but Galina is rude toward her. They begin to board the family's private plane. When Ani tries to get Vanya to talk to his parents, he just tells Ani that the marriage was never going to work out to start with. Ani initially refuses to get on the plane, saying she will just hire a lawyer to sue Vanya and his parents, but Galina promises to destroy Ani's life if she doesn't do what they say. On the plane ride, Vanya's parents reprimand him. Even Galina agrees with Ani when she says he is fucking pathetic. Everyone makes it to the divorce attorney in Vegas. Ani tells Vanya off but ultimately signs the papers. Igor suggests that Vanya apologize to Ani for what he put her through, but Galina disagrees. She calls Ani a dirty hooker. Ani fires back that Vanya hates his mother so much that he married one just to piss her off. Nikolai starts laughing, even more so when Ani tosses back Galina's scarf and coat that Vanya had given her before she finally leaves. Igor accompanies Ani back to New York. They stay in a hotel for the night, sharing cigarettes. Igor tries to be friendly with Ani, telling her that he prefers Anora over Ani, but she doesn't care for his opinion. Ani accuses Igor of trying to rape her when they confronted her and Vanya at the mansion, but Igor insists that he has never thought of it at all. The next morning, Igor brings Ani back to her apartment. Before she gets out of the car, he gives her back the wedding ring that Toros took. Ani then offers Igor to have sex with him in the car. He tries to kiss her, but she pushes him off. After a moment, Ani stops and begins crying while Igor holds her.